Aris presents. Now, Corsairs Legacy is another group of developers that
Welcome
loved
to a new
the
adventure
old
that
ones.
our indie studio has been developing for 3 years. In Corsairs Legacy, you can take part in a fascinating story about pirates, as well as both sea and land battles in the picturesque setting of the Caribbean Sea. We decided to release our first game in early access to promptly make edits to the project and support it until it is ready for full release. We have no investors and no publisher, so we're doing everything on our own account, and the earnings from the first game will be spent on the development of its sequel. If you find a bug or have any ideas for improvement, please contact us via the feedback form in the game or on the website. We're very excited to hear what you think of our game. As a way to say thank you, we will send a digital gift from the development team. We're also preparing for the release of another game in the world of Corsairs Legacy, in which you can immerse yourself in naval and land battles in the Caribbean. The project is called Corsairs Legacy Naval Mission, and you can add it to your wish list right now. More content about the game can be found on our YouTube channel. If you enjoy Corsairs Legacy, you can support the developers with a positive review of the game on Steam, or purchase a supporter pack. Any way you can support us would be greatly appreciated.
It's actually a great video to include in a demo version of the game. So Corsairs Legacy is another branch off of fans of the Sea Dog series and other similar older pirate games that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. And they decided what they would like to do is bring that style game to a more modern engine. They're using Unity to do that, and basically preserve the essence of what the Sea Dogs games were like. So it's another open world pirate game, RPG game, and just with a modern feel to it, more so than Caribbean Legacy, which we just checked out. The idea is very similar, but just a modern version of that concept is what they're looking to do. Now, this indie game developer, to give you a little bit of feedback on them, they are a Ukrainian development team. And unfortunately, Corsairs Legacy was supposed to be coming out as a full, more well-developed game, but the war between Russia and Ukraine stopped their development for a while. The developers had to flee their homes. At least like the main developer. And so yeah, that's why they've ended up having to release their first game, and it's intended to be a series of games, as an early access title so that they can continue to develop with help from funding to fund the development from the players and to get more feedback on the continuing development of the games. And so that's why they've already got a second one lined up with the naval missions. And so they're going to release them as several smaller games before they can develop a much larger one. That's the story and what's going on with these guys. Hopefully you find this interesting. I have been following this game's development from these guys for several years now. And yeah, I'm very interested in the gameplay and development of this game. I did try out the... they released like a combat build, where basically you just got to try out the basic combat of the game and give some feedback. They did that maybe about a year and a half ago. I took part in that. Choice difficulty level will affect the artificial intelligence, in-game economy, and availability of hints. For those who are only interested in story, Corsair. For those interested in facing obstacles, Seawolf. For those who show all their skills, and Realistic for those who want to win realistic battles. Cannot change the difficulty level during the game. So we're going to do Corsair.
Toward the end, I felt nothing but pain. We had to hold out just a little longer. We didn't have a choice anyway. We just had to.
First attack has been repulsed, but the Spaniards are breaking through. Don't get distracted, let's show them it was a mistake. Fire the musket. Right-click mouse button to aim, and then left-click mouse button to fire the musket. Out of bullets. Switch the melee weapon with C. Holding the weapon in your hands, press left mouse button to fast attack. Spacebar to block. Remember that this will not help against strong attacks. Oh, fuck. I'll proceed to use medicine. I'm trying to get away so I can use the meds. Nope. Oh.
If I had known earlier how things would turn out, no amount of money would have made me sign up for this venture.
Okay, so I was
turned away
supposed to
from
die
me
anyways.
by my crew too quickly.
I think.
Quickly and irrevocably. Life is already leaving my body, but I hope I'll have time to tell the story. Maybe it won't fade into oblivion, but will become a good tale that will be retold more than once in taverns all over the Caribbean. Well, it started with a simple contraband shipment. We needed to transport from Trinidad to Barbados. We were on our way to the rendezvous point.
Yeah, 1 second. Hey, at me. Okay. Reaction. Tools. Wondering what was going on. Press W to hoist the sail and S to roll them up. Perform the same sail interaction twice to hoist roll all sails. If you're missing enough crew, the speed of the sail interaction will be slowed down. Hold A and D to turn the ship. So very similar controls to what we just experienced. Press R to speed up time by half. Press R again to cancel it. Go to control to see the controls. Got fire, report a bug, speed helps, shells help. Interface, fight, auto aiming is left click, aiming right click. So auto aiming is going to be very useful early on until we get crew that are good at cannoning. Cannons, minimap, wind direction, your location, Trinidad waterfront, in-game time. All very well done.
Slow down the ship! Full speed ahead! Slow down the ship!
The ship is at a place where you can dock, press F to drop anchor, and disembark.
I wouldn't call Catherine Peak the most punctual smuggler, but integrity is rare in our business. Guaranteeing that your partner won't break their word is worth a lot. It's worth noting that she had other strengths that certainly made up for a single flaw. Her ship and our cargo didn't appear on the horizon for a long time. Well, since I had to wait for her with the cargo anyway, I decided to let myself stretch and entertain the crew at the same time. For them, the greatest satisfaction is watching good fights. Thanks to Catherine and her ability to get along with many men, especially over a mug of something stronger, we knew the routes of all the colony's patrols. So we had the right place, and we didn't have to fear uninvited guests.
Interesting. Press right mouse button for a strong attack.
My swordsmanship stood out strongly against the crew. There was simply no one among them who could stand up to me in a fight one-on-one. Nevertheless, I always took challenges with enthusiasm. A really interesting battle begins only when the opponent has a numerical advantage.
Any attack can be parried. Press the spacebar after you have been attacked, but before the attack reaches you. If successful, you will parry it and immediately counterattack. Wrecked.
I did pretty well. Should I have practiced with 3 opponents at once?
Oh, jeez. Alright, holding the weapon in your hands, press middle mouse button to circular attacks. Okay.
Once again, the
Oh my
fight
God.
went like clockwork. I wondered if I should try to hold out against the 4 at once.
This seems silly. We're gonna rest here.
I was just beginning to get a taste for it when a ship appeared on the horizon. Alas, not the Catherine Schooner. She was a Spanish warship patrolling the shores of Trinidad and Tobago. The rendezvous point was chosen wisely. It was a secluded little bay, allowing us to hide a small ship behind a low cliff and lush jungle. And yet, the Spaniards were coming right at us. The situation was beginning to get out of hand. It was not in our plans to go to jail or the noose in San Jose Square. Because we needed time to get out of the bay, we had to give the Spaniards a good head start. So we were forced to accept the fight.
Okay. Practice in ship battling.
Full speed ahead!
Start firing, you must get close to the enemy and press F. Ship comes within cannon's range, press left mouse button to auto aim and cannons to open fire. Right mouse button to accurately aim cannons, use the fire mouse to aim and press the left mouse button.
Open fire! We're still reloading!
Not fire seeing cannon while it's still reloading.
Roll the sails! Port side is ready to fire!
They're gonna sink their ship.
Port side cannons are ready to fire! Forward, full sail!
Spaniard ship kind of screwed itself there.
Port side is ready to fire! Grappling hooks to the board!
Take the ship now. Yeah. Spaniards. What's your thoughts about it? Look like old version of Russian Corsair games with RPG system. I've just started getting into it, but yeah, the idea is that it's supposed to be very similar. So far, it feels like it. I haven't been able to experience the RPG stuff yet. I just started, but definitely enjoying it so far. Let's see here. trying to get down the timing on attacks. Ow. Ah. Got him. You get the travel map? I haven't yet. I just started. I'm at the point where you're doing, like, you were supposed to meet with the one person to get cargo from them. It's the very first battle. Spyglass, cavalry pistol, big sword. We'll figure out if it's any good later. What else we got? Money. Already I'm liking the controls a bit more. Pretty nice. Alright, so we took the ship. I bought this game 3 days ago on Steam and did a refund, but I'm thinking about buying it back. Okay. I think the base game just came out, right? Yeah, it just came out at the end of January. Something to keep in mind about this game, while it's in early access, is that oof, why'd the music get really loud? Try and adjust that in a second. So part of the reason why this game came out the way it did, and why I recommend supporting it, is that it was intended to be a full release game, but the war between Russia and Ukraine messed that up. So they kind of had to change plans with the development of it, and so it's released in early access as a way to gain funds to continue the development of it, as it is an indie game. It looks very promising, so I personally plan on supporting the developer. But for now, we're just trying out the demo to see, like, where the game is at. Ship was left without a captain. Sinker, no. How do I give it a captain? Crew allocation, assign a captain. Oh, I can't appoint a captain. I don't have any crew yet. They have no crew left. Cargo allocation. So we'll take some cannonballs. Provisions, yes. Armaments, yes. Medication. I don't want to lose all my stuff. Now here's the actual cargo. Rum, yes. See, we're out of cargo space. Get rid of some of them provisions. Or can I not? I'll stick with 60 days worth of provisions. As much of that stuff as I can.
We sank 'em!
We postponed our date with the San Jose news. The patrol ship went straight to the bottom.
I doubt that.
However, our ship
The release
could not
is more
emerge
connected with the release of
victorious
Skull and
without
Bones.
damage.
No, it's
The
not.
Spanish cannonballs
It
left our
honestly has
schooner
nothing
with
to do with
many
Skull and
holes.
Bones. Skull and
We had
Bones
to
release
patch
was
up
delayed
as
by
soon
like
as
2
possible.
years.
I would not have dared to take the ship in such a condition out into the open sea. So I ordered my crew to drop the anchor.
It's also
off
a
the
very
coast.
different
It was
game.
necessary to start cutting timber quickly. I did not stay on the ship and went ashore, thinking that my presence would speed up the repair process.
It's more likely
And
that
I
if
was not mistaken.
if this game's release has anything to do with another game, it would be in release with Caribbean Legend, because that game comes out in 4 days, and it's almost it's a very similar style game. I actually just covered it before this one, but Caribbean Legend is another pirate open world RPG. This one is actually is being developed by the same guys who now own the rights to like the Sea Dogs, To Each His Own, and some of the other ones, and is done in the same like graphic style and gameplay style as the old Sea Dog games. Whereas Corsairs Legacy is being made to be like a modern version of that with the same gameplay style, but just modern. But I don't even think it's that. I think it's literally just that they need funds for the continuing development of the game. I've been following the development of this game for a couple of years now. Yeah, exactly. Caribbean Legends like a remaster of the old Sea Dogs games, whereas this is same spirit but modernized gameplay is the idea. The combat's a little bit already, I can tell, is better in this game. In Caribbean Legend, like, I was fighting people and I was trying to hit them, but my guy was like swinging off to the side because I wasn't quite facing the exact direction, which it could be an issue in some of the older games. But as soon as I went to jungle, arrows came one after another. I think it's a local tribe. The archers there are obviously not bad and probably really didn't aim at the guys themselves. We're trying to push back but not create conflict. Maybe we can negotiate with them. Better not to go in with weapons. Save it for when I'm gone. Be careful. Sailors say a lot of things about the Aborigines, and they don't talk about negotiation. Some swear they've witnessed their atrocities. I'm not going to be biased. I'll try it first and then I'll see. R to speed up time by half. Press R again to cancel it. So you can do the same on land. So that's kind of cool. I could already see them through the tree line. Hello. You do think we not shoot you for our come to us unarmed paleface? Answer quickly. What I really think is that we can come to an agreement. Let my men go into the jungle and chop wood. We don't need a confrontation. Give our forest to the dogs, red and gold beasts coming when they want, taking the forest as much as they want. We happen to be fighting with the Spanish. What did you call them, red and gold beasts? Now and then, more timber for us, less timber for the Spaniards for you. Sound like a deal? We fight the red gold beast. Beast chain iron. Beast long thunder sticks in his hands and broad ones in wagons. Beast ships much big than yours. I have not even speak their skillfully wrought blades. So you know what Spanish swords look like. Can you tell the difference? Of course. I tried fighting beasts as long as we can remember. We recently defeated the Spaniards, so we need wood to repair the ship. We have spoils, including weapons. How would you feel about that? Spanish swords and you and your tribe. Enough wood for us to repair the ship. Interesting. Do not lie, your ship will stir beast further. Give us their blades and take the wood as much as you need. My men will even help. Sounds like a deal. Sounds like it, Chief. I'll pass it on to my men. Let's run back and tell the crew. Welcome back. Nothing nasty, hard to go. Prepare the weapons we collect from the Spaniards. We'll give them to the tribe. They'll help with the cutting.
I managed to convince the local tribe not only to not hinder the cutting, but also to help with it, which significantly accelerated the work. We quickly loaded everything we needed onto the ship and continued the repairs on it. Another possible patrol was the last thing we needed at that time. Alas, the problems did not end there. There was no stopping the whispering in the crew. Everyone here realized that the Spaniards were coming right at us for a reason. They knew exactly where to look. I didn't believe that Cap'n Peak was involved here, but the crew didn't share that opinion. And why should they? They didn't know everything I knew. Fortunately, her schooner appeared on the horizon. Catherine looked worried. She was in a hurry to warn us of the danger, but she didn't make it in time. As it turned out, one of her sailors had been caught in a sortie in San Jose. He seemed to have been the one who told us about the future encounter with the smuggling exchange. As soon as Catherine heard of the capture, she immediately headed toward us. Smugglers are not well liked, considering that local traders and trading companies regularly lose money because of us. But only the governor of the local colony has declared a true war. Well, my to-do list now included the search for a new nook for our businesses in the Trinidad. Catherine said that she had not had time to load the goods because she was in a hurry, but she immediately added that she had something better instead. Information about the imminent arrival of a Spanish ship, the Santa Daniela, with some extremely valuable goods. Catherine had the good fortune to get one lonely young man from the Port Authority drunk. The thought of seriously engaging in piracy made me feel sick, but the crew made their position clear. In these circumstances, when we were left without cargo to deliver, we had to look for another way to cover the losses. Agreeing that the situation was indeed not a good one, I gave the order to send the ship to a convenient position. We waited, and then, with the rays of the rising sun, the tops of the masts appeared on the horizon. The plan of action was agreed upon. Catherine and her men were to immobilize the target by firing bar shots at the sails and rigging. We were to approach the Santa Daniela, thin out the crew with a few canister shots. There was little use for it from a great distance. And board the ship.
Okay. So we need to load up canister shots. Press 2 to use canister shots. Yes, 3 is the bar shots or chain shots.
Canister shot!
So she's going in first with bar shot. And we're gonna follow it up with canister shot and then board.
Slow down the ship! Roll the sails! Forward, full sail!
It's trying to juke us.
Fire!
Sailing against the wind right now, so we're a bit slower.
Starboard is ready to fire! Open fire!
I think the white bar is sail, green bar is crew.
Ready to fire! Fire! Starboard cannons are ready to fire!
Pitching them at a good angle is proving to be a pain in the butt. They're like juking us by sailing into the wind.
Open fire! We're still reloading! Portside cannons are ready to fire!
These guys are proving to be quite annoying. Need to board their ship soon.
Ready to fire!
Oh boy,
The ship! Full sail!
almost crashed there.
Starboard is ready to fire!
They just ran into each other. We're getting closer to them, but still sailing pretty quickly.
Open fire! Take no prisoners!
There we go. Ooh, that was annoying. Stop countering me. Anybody left? Nope. Got him. Alright, so I don't want to enter the hold until I can search bodies. Alright, maximum damage, 35, weight 2.5. Ooh. That's a heavy weapon. Interesting. Ooh, that is much better. I know I found a spyglass already. Got our outfit. Leave it at that for now. Alright. Time to go take on their captain. Actually, it looks like I just gotta go into the hold. And then from here I can enter the captain's cabin. Oh. Oh, we were so close. There we go. Balls of rum. Ooh, bastard sword. Small sword. Haven't seen one of those yet. Bastard sword, 60 damage, heavy weapon. Less sword to be sliced target without half. However, don't assume it'd be very useful in boarding actions. So some of these are like weapons you'd swap to once you're on shore. You have 13 lockpicks, okay. Alright, here we go. Whoa, what the? Got him. Italian long pistol and a scallop sword. $75 medium sword. Ooh, actually better than my current one. For guard in the form of seashell, this weapon will show great results in boarding actions. Hell yeah. And where's the different weapon? Italian long pistol? Okay, so lower accuracy than my current one. Lower damage. My current one's better. Take the money. Rum. I don't think I need more pistol shots. Alright, that appears to be it. So they're supposed to have valuable cargo on board. Mahogany, sandalwood, rum. Yep, they do. I'm intentionally gonna drop some provisions. Okay, that'll be it. We need more crew.
We sank him!
We turned the captured ship upside down, but found no valuable cargo. The approximate sums for the tobacco and coffee we found, which soon found their way into our hold, were equal to the price of the repairs. Catherine stubbornly refused to believe that her information was wrong, continuing her search. The search was successful, which was a surprise to both of us.
Treasure
We
map?
soon found a secret compartment in the captain's cabin where a letter to the governor of San Jose had been stashed. We read it immediately, breaking the seal. The message, authored by the governor of Maracaibo, announced the arrival of 2 Spanish ships laden with gold to be transported to the Old World. Due to the acute situation on the archipelago, the fleet simply could not allocate the ships for the convoy to the Old World. But no one would send gold without protection through a pirate-infested region. It was decided to escort the cargo ships as far as the Atlantic Ocean. Considering that interception there is virtually impossible, this was not a bad decision. Provided, of course, that no one would find out about the shipment before the deadline, having waited until the Spanish gold was unprotected but had not entered the ocean. Catherine's eyes shone brighter and brighter with each line read. The anticipation of imminent riches was burning inside of her. I could tell that her excitement, along with her belief in easy profits, infected me as well. Now, going back to that moment in my memory, I could not say what won me over more. The Spanish gold, or the look with which Catherine asked me to help her without any words. So I agreed to take part in this adventure. There was plenty of time to prepare, so we decided to divide up the duties. Catherine went to replenish the crew and get us more muskets. It was up to me to prepare the guns and equipment. I ordered the crew to keep in Barbados. I knew very well where I could get everything I needed for the expedition. The recruitment of the new men for the boarding party was not to be a problem either.
Okay. So that's the demo. Not as long as I would like. Definitely not as long as the other games that 2 of the other games we've tried today. But this is one where I highly recommend, guys. Add it to your wish list. Try it out if you like this style of game. The combat definitely feels a lot smoother, even though it's still got like a learning curve to timing attacks and stuff like that. You can already tell there's a large assortment and variety of items, weapons, that kind of stuff within the game, which could allow for a long time of playing it, as you kind of like work your way up. I do want to get to the point where I can see what the skill trees are, much like the other one. We didn't get to see really the RPG mechanics, just a demonstration of naval combat and land combat, or boarding combat, I should say. So it's very promising. Definitely hit that wish list and follow them on Discord or on email or on X. I actually am on the Discord. It's where I used to keep track of the information. I kind of stopped a while ago because development had kind of stalled out. But once they announced that they were going to release what they've currently finished, I started keeping my eyes on the project again. So definitely show some support for these developers. It's always great to see fun, engaging games come out. And so yeah,